make his move.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video I'm bringing you guys something that I honestly feel like I should probably be doing more often. Not necessarily because I think it'd be the most popular thing on my channel, but because I think it would be fun for me, and also considering how much time and effort and money I spend on this hobby, I should just be documenting it more. I feel like, you know what I mean? But as a lot of you guys are probably aware, and if you didn't know, you could probably tell by my background, I really like shoes. Your boy always been really into clothes and shoes and everything like that. I always wanted to be fly. And y'all might have seen before, I got a couple of like sneaker collection videos on the channel, and I have over 100 pair of shoes, which I know is like really ridiculous probably to most of you. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you never will. It just is what it is. Listen, I don't pocket watch you, you don't pocket watch me, all right? We all have our vices. Mine just happen to be spending money on things that I like to collect, whether that be shoes, video games, manga, Blu-ray, skate deck, stickers, whatever the case may be. But today I got a brand new pickup of a recently released sneaker that I kind of just wanted to do an unboxing for and talk about and everything like that. And if this is the type of content that you rock it with, let me know in the comments down below, because on the lowest of keys, like on the lowest of keys, I could do this more, but also I might even make a dedicated channel for it. Now, we ain't got to talk about the fact that I made a basketball channel to talk about basketball and I don't upload on there that often. Look, I'm not making any hard commitments. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, it's out there. Like, it's an idea. It's floating around. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I got a package for y'all, man. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Now, this is a shoe that I'm gonna be honest. Did I need? Absolutely not. I guess, frankly speaking, I never need another pair of shoes ever again, considering how many I own. But sneaker collector is a sneaker collector does. But to keep it a stack, even though I don't need any more shoes, I'm always gonna buy more. And I mean, I'm making it all mysterious. Well, I didn't even know it was gonna be like that. If you know, you know. I probably already had it in the title, the thumbnail, or something like that. But yeah, I wasn't originally planning on, okay, they kind of doing it up with the packaging, you know what I mean? I wasn't originally planning, let me go ahead and set that package slip to the side, avoid leaking any sensitive information. I wasn't originally planning to go for these, but when they dropped, I was like, you know, maybe if I don't like them, if I want to keep them, I'll probably sell them or trade them for something else that I would rather have. But the way things worked out, I'm gonna probably end up keeping these. But here, man, we have the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3 Diffused Blue. If I could go ahead and get it out the box, very snug fit. But comes in this incredible packaging. Let me go ahead and just toss that off to the side. But yeah, man, we got the Diffused Blue Air Jordan 3 Retro OG SP White Diffused Blue and Anthracite. Let me go ahead, get you a little look there at that label. Now, I don't know how many of you guys, if I could get that to focus, there we go, camera. I don't know how many of you guys grew up watching like sneaker YouTubers and everything like that, or how many of you guys do still follow channels and everything like that. But I definitely watched a lot of sneaker videos back in the day. But like the YouTubers I watch is probably very different from the YouTubers y'all be watching these days. Cause like I grew up watching like Sticky 213 and Sneak Geeks, Chev the Sneaker Soul, you know what I'm saying, Young Dr. Seuss. Y'all probably don't even know none of them names, cause like none of those guys are still around anymore. But that's like who I was watching on sneaker YouTube back in the day. But you see it, man, we got the Air Jordan 3 OG SP A Ma Maniére. Comes with this nice slip cover, as you can see, with the A Ma Maniére branding all over it. Very nice. We're gonna gently set that off to the side. And here you can see we got the Jordan Flight logo, top of the box lid, and it's very nice, kind of like white, maybe eggshell kind of color. Jumpman there on the front. Got your little hole there. Jumpman logo on the back. Now let's go ahead and slide the top off, you know what I'm saying? And then here you got your A Ma Maniére branded shoe paper. Very nice, very nice. And oh, wow. Hey man, say what you want. Don't nothing hit harder than that new shoe smell. Damn. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. And that new shoe smell is just smacking me all in my face right now. And there we go. And there we have it. Size 11 for your boy. I had been for the last several years, I have been buying my shoes in a size 10.5, but recently I've decided that I actually want to get on my kicks in a size 11 or even an 11.5, depending on what the shoe is. So when I'm getting like running shoes and everything like that, your boy's getting like an 11.5. So like, I got a lot of Air Maxes. So for my Air Maxes, for example, I buy all those in 11.5, but a lot of my J's I'm buying in a size 11. But boom, there you have it, man. A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 3 Diffused Blue colorway. Let me go ahead and turn the lights down just a little bit more. Just a little bit more so you can really get a nice, good look at that. Got your Nike Air hang tag in that diffused blue color A Ma Maniére hang tag on here. What does this say? Quality goods handled with care, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. Season SPSU, the spring summer 2021, and approved by Michael Jordan. Nothing on the back. But yeah, man, so you got this nice, really nice, super soft, I ain't gonna lie, white tumbled leather all over the shoe. And you can see on the midsole, got this nice sail color. I know a lot of sneakerheads kind of been like tired of sail. I like the off-white eggshell sail color. You see that wrapped around the midsole and is broken up with this diffused blue to contrast it. That anthracite on the outsole, it hits a diffused blue. More sail here with the blue Nike. And yeah, man, these is clean. These is really clean. This nice anthracite suede, different hits, side around the toe box, on the eye stay, on the ankle. Yeah, these is cold. These is cold. I originally wasn't gonna go for these, but I'm glad that I did, because these is nice. These is real nice. Let me go ahead and fix the lights back to regular. I know it with the lighting that I have, it's like the highlights get a little bit blown out. But yeah, so I actually managed to hit on these on the A Ma Maniére website, and I figured there was a decent amount of hype for this. This shoe retailed, I want to say, what was it? Does it say on the box? It don't say it on the box, but I want to say it was like 210, 220. And again, I know from my viewers and my followers who don't normally keep up with sneakers and everything like that, that's a lot of money for a pair of shoes. And it is, you're right. But on the resale market, they was already hitting for like 300 plus. So like I said, in my mind, I was like, well, I may or may not want to keep them once I get them in hand. But now that I see them, I'm definitely keeping them. But I was like, you know, if nothing else, I could, you know, flip them and put that money towards something else or trade it for something that I want even more. But these are super, super nice. You see we got the sail back tab with that diffused blue Nike Air on the back right there. You know what I'm saying? I know the camera making it a little bit hard to tell the difference between the white and the sail color. And then here it looks like we actually have a little piece of like cardboard separating the back tab from the heel. I believe there should be some text written back here. Now behind the back tab it says, "All we have is each other." Let me go ahead and get the other shoe out of the box as well, because the details on that one are slightly different in some aspects compared to the left shoe. So if we go ahead and get the right shoe out of here, set that off to the side, you can see it's mostly the same, right? Mostly the same, but the difference is on the right tongue you have a Jumpman, and then on the left tongue you actually have the A Ma Maniére A logo. So very nice there. Both of them seem to be in that anthracite color, which I'm rocking with a lot. I really like these like muted colors that they're using on these shoes, and this is actually the third Air Jordan 3 that A Ma Maniére has released. And I may or may not own the other two pairs that we can take a look and compare those in just a moment. But this does seem to come also with some extra laces. So here we have a little cardboard box. Now the thing is, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm really not able to see the difference between these laces and the ones in the shoe. If I had to guess, these are just a very, very light shade of sail. But to keep it a stack with y'all, it's almost no difference. And I might even just be placebo. Yeah, I'm not gonna open these up right now. I'm probably just gonna leave the regular degulas in here. But yeah, man, these is clean. These is clean. You see we got perforated leather here on the tongue. If I could go ahead and get that to focus. You know what I'm saying? Very nice suede in the leather. I'm actually really impressed with the leather on these. I think one of my favorite features though of the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3s is not only the padding on the tongue, but also like the quilted liner. If you can get a good look at that, the sock liner is like quilted, and I've always just loved like the quilted look. Fun fact, one of your boys' favorite, I don't know if I can say shoes, one of my favorite SBs, one of my favorite Nikes of all time is actually the Supreme Blazers that they dropped years ago, man. I don't even remember the exact year they dropped, but the ones with the quilted pattern, there's a red pair, a white pair, and a black pair. I think that's some of the hardest shoes that Nike SB and Supreme ever dropped. And that red pair is something I've always wanted. I've never owned them, but I just love like that quilted pattern on them. And yeah, man, then that quilted pattern even extends. We take out some of these laces, take out the shoe paper, even extends down to the outsole, which also has some nice detailing on it as well. You can see this is really nice. I bet you this is mad comfortable. But as you can see, you have that same quilted pattern here on the outsole, and even on like the other side of the outsole. Decently thick, feels very nice and cushy. This might end up being the most comfortable Jordan 3 in my entire collection. This feels even nicer than the outsole on the other pair that I wore recently. And then you can see here as well on the insole, you have this A Ma Maniére patch side sticker there. And the patch reads the same thing as the cardboard hang tag did here, where it says A Ma Maniére, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. Season, actually this one says season spring 2025, and then approved by Michael Jordan. And then it looks like it also has the size stitched into the bottom of the insole. So I do think that the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3s, they are considered a women's shoe, but they come all the way up into men's sizing as well. I think they prioritize women with these releases. If I'm not mistaken, A Ma Maniére actually did an in-store release a little bit early for this shoe, where women got first dibs on it. And I think they did that with some of the other releases as well. I don't think every shoe they do is supposed to be like a women's exclusive, and they do extended sizes with, you know, them still releasing in men's sizes anyway. But yeah, the way I see it, they're still a unisex shoe, just like most Jordans are. But yeah, these are cool. Now, I did say that this is actually the third pair that A Ma Maniére has released when it comes to Jordan 3s, which y'all probably already knew if you care about kicks. If you didn't know about kicks, then that might be news to you. But they've released a number of different pairs so far. They got 3 pairs of Jordan 3s, they got 2 pairs of Jordan 4s, a few pairs of Jordan 5s. They dropped the 12s. Low key, your boy might have to go grab me a pair of them diffused blue 5s that I slept on before. I think it was one of them was called the Dawn, one of them was called the Dusk. I want to say Dawn is the white and blue pair. Low key, 5s ain't really like my thing like that, but it's a few colorways that definitely get your boy going. Like the grape 5s that released later this year, the black tongue fire red 5s. I recently got the metallic 5s, the reimagined, those dropped. Like I said, your boy can't stop. I got an addiction. So 5s ain't my favorite silhouette, but it's definitely a few colorways that I really rock with. But anyway, going back to what I was saying before I went off on that little tangent, we got a few other colorways of the A Ma Maniére to compare these two, so let's go ahead and grab those. So this is actually the very first release that A Ma Maniére and Jordan Brand did. And to me, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna probably say that this pair is probably still my favorite. Let me grab the box real quick. What are the official colors on this one again? So this one actually came in the exact same packaging as the diffused blue pair did. The black pair is actually a little bit different, which I guess we could take a look at in just a moment. And this one was straight up just considered a women's Air Jordan 3. The official colorway is white, and medium gray. So I guess they don't really have an official name for this. I'm gonna call it mauve. This like mauve color here on the midsole. But something about that just hit so well for me. And yeah, I was saying that I was really impressed by the insole on this diffused blue pair. I showed you guys that it was like quilted and everything like that. The insole on this pair, I've worn this pair, so you know, as the glue heats up, it like sticks down more to like the footbed. So I don't want to tear it out because I don't want to risk like tearing the foam on it. Maybe if I can get the camera to, yeah, you can see that. You see, it's just like more of a regular insole, and it's got like that blue foam underneath, so it's not as premium as the diffused blue pair. You can see you still have like that same quilted pattern on the sock liner and behind the tongue and everything like that. This is also the same size as my other pair. These are all size 11 or a women's 12.5 if you prefer. But yeah, I just wore these the last time I stepped out. Well, not today. Today I had on something else that I recently picked up that we might be able to talk about in the video. Some throwbacks that you had to be around for back in 2011. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, but you don't know because you don't even know what show I'm hitting. All you know is at the release year. But regardless, I wore these just a few days ago, and this is probably still my favorite out of the 3 colorways. But what about y'all, man? Y'all let me know. Are you feeling the OG pair, the black joints, or are you feeling the new diffused blue pair? I think if I had to rank them in order, I'm probably gonna go with the original white pair first, then the diffused blue, and then the black pair. I don't dislike the black pair at all. I bought them for a reason. I actually managed to hit, I think I got exclusive access. I think this is like one of the rare times where I got exclusive access on the sneakers app, which ultimately didn't matter because it seems to be the popular opinion that this is like the least favorite out of the 3 because these ain't really hitting for nothing on the aftermarket. You know what I'm saying? You can find these honestly below retail. I pay retail for my pair, but it is what it is. Matter of fact, let me look. Is the insole in this one? The insole in this one is actually the same as the insole on the OG pair. So I wonder why they stepped it up another level, even when it comes to like the leather and just the overall just like thickness. And I don't know, the tongue also seems like thicker and like more padded than, yeah, more padded than the other ones. Something about these is, I don't know, something about these is hitting a little bit different. I think colorway wise, these are some of my favorite though, but I would say quality wise, just from a quality and craftsmanship standpoint, these are probably the best ones. And even having like the perforated leather on the tongue, the black pair has it as well. Well, actually it's a suede on the black pair, but yeah, you can see the similarities and differences if we hold these up side by side. A lot of the leather is replaced with suede on the black pair. And I'm realizing, man, I don't know about y'all, but what I'm realizing is that they're kind of mimicking to some extent, like very loosely, to me at least. I don't know if this is actually the case or if I'm just reaching. It seems like these are inspired by the original Jordan colorways. And what I mean by that is, if we go ahead and matter of fact, I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me just go grab those real quick. So boom, this is what I mean. This OG pair, this is basically the white cements. Right here, I actually have the 2013 retro. This was one of the first times that they brought back Nike Air on the back after it not being on the back of J's for so long, because, you know, you used to have like the Jumpman branding instead. And it's interesting that so many releases, especially the A Ma Maniéres, are getting the Nike Air, because that used to be something that was like super exclusive and like only got put on like OG colorways and everything like that. Although between the Jumpman and the Nike Air, I actually think the Nike Air looks better personally, so I actually prefer it like this. So I'm glad that these releases get it, because I think it just adds a little extra flavor, a little extra spice to the shoe. But yeah, this is basically like, you know, a reimagined, maybe that's not the right word, because there actually is a reimagined White Cement 3 that came out, as I'm sure y'all probably know if you collect kicks. But this is an older retro, but a reimagining of sorts, are kind of like a, like I said, just like loosely inspired. So this is your white cement, right? And then obviously this is your black cement, right? You see where I'm going with this? This is actually the 2018 retro. I do have the, 2024 retro that just came out. Those are somewhere back there in the closet. These ones were easier to get to. But yeah, so I have the newest retro of these, but obviously this pair is loosely inspired by the black cement, you know what I'm saying? At least that's, I could be reaching, but it just feels like I see a pattern going on here. And then we get to the diffused blue pair, which is a pair of true blues, right? And then here we have, I think this is the most recent release of the true blue, right? These ones came out, I want to say in 2016, I want to say. Still crispy though, still crispy, still going strong, still smell new, honestly. I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, I wear my kicks. I just don't beat my kicks up for the most part. I have very, very few pairs of beaters, but when you have this many shoes and you rotate between them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't get wear as much. But yeah, the diffused blue, this is to me like a true blue. But yeah, to me, man, this is supposed to be like their version of the diffused blue. So they got the white cements, the black cements, the true blues. So that just leaves one more OG colorway, and that would be this bad boy right here. Now this one don't get as much respect on its name as it should, in my opinion, but here we have the fire red Jordan 3, which I think I actually have two pairs of. This is my worn pair, and these just came out just like a year or two ago, right? 2022 actually. But yeah, people don't put as much respect on this colorway for some reason. I'm personally a big fan of like all OG colorways when it comes to a lot of Jordan retros. It's like my favorite colorways tend to be black, white, and red joints that Mike wore, which I don't really know why that is. I just feel like those colors just hit the hardest. And honestly, this would have been decent to have on the foot game today, low-key. I should have busted these bad boys out. Yeah, I mean, with the Shohei Ohtani, he don't even play for the Angels no more. But your boy, the first ever baseball game I went to was just like a year or two ago, and Shohei Ohtani was playing for the Angels. I had seats right behind home plate. I saw him hit a home run, and I immediately had to go cop his jersey. I'm not a super big baseball fan, but I've always thought baseball jerseys was dope, and I am now a Shohei Ohtani fan. So low-key, I need to go get me some Dodgers gear. But yeah, man, if A Ma Maniére ends up dropping a colorway that's got some red in it, or even like a diffused red or like a burgundy, you know what I'm saying? Something close to this, but with like more of a reddish hue to it, then I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I'm pretty much spot on with the fact that they're just kind of like remixing the original Jordan 3 colorways. Now, will they do that? I guess only time will tell. But yeah, the fire red 3s, they don't get as much respect as they should, man. And this is honestly the best retro of the shoe that they've ever done, in my opinion. Still not like perfect to the OG. But yeah, I rock with these a lot, and I won't be surprised if they bring these back in a reimagined way that they kind of been doing, because they brought back the black cements and the white cements. And honestly, we probably do for a pair of true blues. Like I said, I don't think the true blues have came out since 2016. But anyway, going back to these, man, I'm impressed. And honestly, the paint, it's like super matte. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like, it almost has the feeling, it almost looks like it's like a suede, and it's not. Like, it's clearly just like a super matte paint, but I've just never seen it quite like this before. And it's kind of hard to explain, and I don't really think you're gonna be able to get like a true feeling or understand what I'm saying just through the camera. But you see like how non-reflective it is, just how matte and how smooth it is. It's almost like it's a felt or a suede or something. And it's not, but that's the closest thing I can think to compare it to kind of get you to understand like what I'm really saying here. But yeah, the diffused blue Jordan 3 A Ma Maniére. I'm not sure when I will end up breaking these out, because your boy got a lot of shoes, like I said. And the thing with me and new sneakers is that I buy all of my shoes with the intention of wearing them. Every so often I might buy a pair and I'm like, no, I'm buying these to flip or whatever, because I don't really want them like that. But if I do hit on them, they'll be valuable and I can use that to go get something else that I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do a whole lot of like buying and selling, or a lot of like selling and trading these days, but when I do, it's usually just to go get something else that I want. Actually, one more thing we did forget to take a look at is the other back tab on this part, because I believe it says something different from the other shoe, and it does, and it reads, you have to get comfortable walking alone. Okay. See, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that to focus on camera. Probably not. I might have to get you some B-roll or something like that. But yeah, man, so what I was saying is that like I buy all my shoes with the intention of wearing them, but sometimes shoes will sit for a couple of years before I end up breaking them out. And because for me, man, I don't have to be doing something special every time I put on a pair of kicks. Like I just ran to Target and I just had on some shoes, right? But the first time I break a pair out, I want to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go run to the post office or like go run to the grocery store and I throw on a brand new pair of shoes. Now, once they get worn that one time, anything is fair game. I'll throw on some Travis Scotts to run to Target if I've already worn it before. You know what I'm saying? But the first time I break a pair out, for me, I got to be doing something, whether it's going out to dinner, even if it's just going to the mall, going to a tournament, a convention, whatever the case may be. I normally want to be going somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like of somewhat relevance or importance and significance of some form of fashion, more so than just something like that. Like I said, after they get broke out that first time, once they no longer DS, it's whatever. Yeah, I'll throw them on to go take out the trash if I feel like it. But that first time, it just kind of got to be, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's weird. I don't know if y'all feel me on that or what. But yeah, man, Jordan 3 Diffused Blue, A Ma Maniére, brand new pickup, and I got a bunch of like sneakers is just piling up to the point where I ain't even got space for them no more. But this is one of my biggest passions and hobbies outside of like this anime and gaming stuff that I do. So if this is the type of content that y'all would subscribe to, or if you like it, let me know if you want to see more of it. Should I make a whole channel for stuff like this? Because I get new pickups in all the time. Sometimes it's recent releases, sometimes it's older releases. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and tease. I'll show y'all what I had on foot today and let you know what I'm talking about. Boom. So right here we have the Solar Red LeBron 8, which is a throwback for that ass, because these ain't been out since 2011. But if you know, you know. One of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Super bright, very loud, definitely not an everyday type shoe. But I recently picked these up and I just had to throw them on foot as soon as possible. And I did just go run some errands, so I threw these on the foot for today. But yeah, and I got plenty more pickups that like I just don't talk about that much on this channel. I show them off on stream and everything like that. But should I make more content like this? Is this something you should be interested in? I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it out. I've made videos talking about shoes and stuff before, but never quite like this, I want to say. And I think I want to do more, or maybe I just do this one and then never again. Who knows? I guess part of that is going to depend on y'all. But you let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, man. How y'all feeling about the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3 Diffused Blues? Which one is your favorite out of the 3 colorways? Are you rocking with this content? Are you rocking with this pickup? Did you pick up a pair of these? Like I said, I know a lot of my followers is not like big sneaker collectors like I am, but y'all know that this is what I do. So yeah, man, we got your Diffused Blues. Got your, I don't even actually remember the proper name for this color. We're just gonna say the black pair. And then you got the OG joints, which I don't think these have a proper name for the colorway either, but I'm gonna call them the mauve pair. Out of the 3, man, which one are you rocking with the most? Like I said, I think for me, number 1 goes to the original pair. I think this is still the best shoe that A Ma Maniére has dropped with Jordan brand. Then we're going with the Diffused Blue, and I'm gonna probably save the black pair last. Only thing is, man, I just wish the quality or like the premiumness. I mean, don't get me wrong, these are still above, I would say, your regular Jordan 3s. The attention to detail, the materials, the quilted on the inside. This is definitely above your regular Jordan 3, the suede and everything. I'm just kind of jealous about the insole, if nothing else. The insole on the Diffused Blues is just so nice that I wish that these came with that. But anyway, man, that's gonna do it for today. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content I'm bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. And remember, nothing can happen to you from the bad. Later.